The governor is launching a task force, and she's actually going to co-chair it. She says that downtown Portland has faced an onslaught of challenges, and it's time to bring together diverse voices to come up with concrete and equitable solutions. And I can tell you that stakeholders are choosing to be optimistic about this. Stephen Lynn has owned Under You for Men in downtown Portland for about 18 years. He's enjoyed it immensely, but he'll admit it hasn't always been a walk in the park, especially in recent years. Lynn points to fentanyl issues and vandalism. In fact, he dealt with that just this week.
All of our flags up in front of the store were all just ripped off. And just yesterday morning, the Mercantile had their windows broken out again.
And it's not going unnoticed. This week, Governor Kotek announced she's standing up the Portland Central City Task Force to identify and address challenges in the downtown core. The task force will focus on clean streets, crime and vandalism, and homelessness, among other things.
I'm appreciative of it. I think shining the light on it here, because we're the center of commerce for the city, for the state, I think makes a big difference statewide.
We're behind the ball right now, and we need to catch up.
Andrew Hone is the president and CEO of the Portland Metro Chamber of Commerce. According to numbers provided by the chamber, foot traffic in downtown Portland has increased in each of the last 2 months when compared to the same time last year. But Hone is hopeful that the governor's new task force will bring even more people downtown.
There's no progress, fine. We'll find out really quickly. But I think when you have the state's leaders showing up in a very real way, working with the mayor, working with business, and cutting through the noise, I think we'll see some serious results.
Echoing that sentiment of all people is one of Kotek's challengers for head of the state. Betsy Johnson is beyond impressed that Governor Kotek is taking a proactive approach to making downtown Portland better. Johnson believes the governor's personal involvement will lead to practical, implemental, and immediate solutions. But she does have one concern.
This is a huge committee, and my only thought about it is that I hope as the governor forms up the big committee and then all of the subsets, that she gets the voices of real business people.
People like Stephen Lynn, who actually emailed the governor to volunteer his services on the task force. No word yet on if the governor will take him up on his offer. But regardless, Lynn is throwing his support behind the task force. He hopes whatever comes from it helps keep his business anchored at Southwest Park in Washington for another 18 years.
Wouldn't that be great? Yeah. So I'm optimistic, right? That's why we're still here.
While it's unclear who exactly will sit on this task force, we can tell you they plan to meet once a month from August to October. The first meeting slated for August 22nd, and then the plan is to push forward some recommendations sometime in December. It's worth noting I did reach out to the governor's office, and a spokesperson tells me they plan to have a portion of these meetings open to the public.